Hi everyone, welcome to Hunter Gatherer Cooking. We're doing another video at the Stalking Show 2024. We're having a fantastic day so far, and now I've got Sarah Miles joining me for a bit of a chat, probably some banter and things like that, where there's no specific sort of agenda and things. But if you have been following the channel, you would have seen that I went out with Sarah a month or so ago.
Yeah, it must have been, yeah.
We went out and Sarah shot a roe doe. Roe doe. And then we sat and had breakfast, which was a really, really cool.
The best steak ever.
There's another fiver. But today, we're at the show. You're just visiting, aren't you?
Yeah, just looking around. I mean, what's this, the third year of the Stalking Show now?
Third year, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been every year since it opened.
And me.
And it's fantastic. Even bigger this year, even better, even busier. But yeah, it's amazing. It's just full of nice people, and you get some good bargains.
Well, I've not managed to have a little look round yet, as I said, because I've kind of almost tied to the desk, as it were.
Got a busy schedule.
But I shall have a little look round later.
But no, it's just fantastic. It's just nice to meet like-minded people, and as you probably know, you see and talk to so many people on social media, but you don't actually meet them. Yeah. And then you come to places like this and you can put a face to the name and actually... And
people come up to you like, hey, I'm such and such. And you're like
oh.
Who are you? And then they tell you, and then you put the face and the name to the logo and the page and things like that.
But yeah, it's just nice to catch up. I mean, I don't even necessarily come to buy anything. It's just to see people, socialise and just experience it, really. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic this year.
It seems like it's busy, and there seems to be a good... Well, people seem to be happy and pleased.
Yeah, big turnout.
There's no hot tubs.
No hot tubs, damn it.
Apparently so, no hot tubs. But
next year.
There's a cheese. Someone was saying that the cheese place shouldn't be here.
Why?
Apparently cheese doesn't belong in Stalking.
It's food.
It's food, absolutely.
We all get hungry.
So, what have you done since our stalk? Anything wild? Forgive the pun.
Anything well, wouldn't you like to know?
5 minutes to the beer calling competition.
Time's up, guys. Beer calling competition.
Are you doing it?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't have a clue.
Give me your best deer call.
Come here, little deer.
You'd walk straight up to it though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd be like, come on. No, not a lot really. I've been really busy with work, the range, the gun shop. Buck season is upon us. I did go out a couple of nights ago. Saw quite a few about. The weather wasn't great. The wind wasn't in our favour.
Terrible.
And they were really on their toes that night. I saw probably 3 or 4 bucks. A really nice one.
Right.
Really nice one.
Same ground we went to, or
no, new ground. Got some new ground. Never been touched.
Right.
So yeah, went out there. The buck obviously heard us, smelled us before we saw it, and it was on its toes, gone. So didn't get a shot on anything, but I got some nice trigger cam footage.
Nice. How are you getting on with that?
Yeah, so I haven't, since I came out with you, I haven't actually shot anything with it yet. Life's been busy, I haven't really been out that much.
What about the footage that you had? Was that any good, or...?
Yes, the only thing I will say, it's not really a true representation of how good it was because it was peeing it down.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't have any scope caps on my gun.
Right.
And if you remember, just before I shot that doe, I got my sleeve and wiped my lens.
Right, so not really
it wasn't great. But I took some footage last night, just of, there was 4 deer just milling around in the field, and it was absolutely incredible. It's
really?
like looking through the scope. It's no different looking through the scope. Absolutely fantastic.
Because you can stream it to your phone, can't you?
You can stream it to your phone,
and
so I can hit record on the scope, I can hit record on my phone. Not very helpful, these announcements, are they?
We're going to get all kinds of noises in a minute.
Oh, they're going to start deer calling in a minute.
I know.
Are we done?
Keep talking.
So yeah, you can record on the scope, you can record on your phone. If you were shooting my rifle, I could watch what you're shooting from my phone. Now see,
that's really, really handy, isn't it? Because if you go out with a guide or something like that, they know what you're aiming at, but they can't see what you're doing.
I think it would be really beneficial for like first-time stalkers and people that haven't really done much shooting, because although they might look okay, you can't see what they're looking at. So you could stream it to your phone and go, no, you need to go higher on that shot or left a bit. You know, it would, for that first-time stalker, I think it would be really good to aid you to support them in slight changes that they need to make. So yeah, absolutely fantastic, no problems with it. Just need to shoot some more.
I need to say thank you.
Why?
Because of your beautiful nails.
Oh, thank you.
You've done them in my colour, haven't you?
Didn't I have, what did I had your colour last
that
time.
is subliminal.
There we go, just for Alex.
And you've got lipstick on today?
I never wear lipstick.
Lee wanted to ask that.
Lee Perryman, the bane of my life. So
the man, the legend.
When I go out shooting in winter, if I do more, say, fox shooting, you know, when the evenings are darker, I'm out fox shooting, and when it's really cold and miserable, then you put a flash on, because it's the only way you can take a picture, it makes my lips look really red. I think it's like the cold, I get quite dry lips, and a mixture of that and the flash. He says to me, why do you put lipstick on when you go shooting? I'm like, I don't wear lipstick when I go out, let alone shooting.
Lee will throw a comment in on anything, won't he?
Lee will Photoshop everything as well.
Oh.
If I upload the picture, I guarantee, he's so fast though. Within 30 seconds to a minute,
I know, it's like that shouldn't even be possible.
It.
I know.
And that takes me a day.
Yeah, that would,
to do that.
I just wouldn't even know how.
I've done one of him, but that took me hours.
Wow.
Hours.
Unbelievable. So we're going to do some more stuff, aren't we?
Yes. So we need to get a date in the diary
allows it.
For you to come down to Rifle and Firearms.
Yeah.
Get in the range.
Yeah.
We have a little competition.
We're going to have a competition, are we?
Yeah.
You win.
I wouldn't bank on it. Shoot some different guns. We've got 2 2s, 1 7s. We've got semi-autos.
Yeah.
We've got Lee Enfield. We've got 308. We've got everything.
Can you give me a fitting for a shotgun?
We don't really do. We've got a few shotguns, but
Because apparently I need it because I'm sizable.
We're rifle and air rifle based.
Right.
So potentially not. We haven't got a huge amount of shotguns. Air rifles and rifles is the way we go really.
I mean, I've not really done it, but I can imagine at some point it'll go that way. So
go what way?
Down the shotgun route.
Yeah, I used to love shotguns. I used to shoot weekly with shotguns.
So you switched?
Now,
I think I knew this.
I can't be bothered with a shotgun.
Really?
Just doesn't. I think I picked it up once in the last year or so. I did Beaters Day just gone, and I was really nervous because I was like, I've not picked this gun up. I can't shoot with a shotgun. Anyway, I went, and the guy next door, I shouldn't say it, but men have this judgment of women.
Right.
So he was next to me, and he obviously thought, oh, bless her. She probably doesn't get much shooting. I'll let her have what comes over. I do quite a bit of shooting. So bless him, he just stood there and let me shoot everything.
Amazing.
And I don't know what happened, but stuff fell out the sky.
Wow.
I don't know.
You went up and...
I don't know if it had a heart attack because I scared it.
Could be.
Or what, but it died. I even looked around and they were like, well done. I was like, oh, was that me? I was shocked.
Brilliant.
Well, that's what you want. I shot really well. Different story when we got on the ducks, because obviously it was the end of the shoot season. Those ducks, I shot, I think, 4 boxes of cartridges on one drive.
Bloody hell.
I didn't hit a single duck.
That'd be me.
I tried every tactic in the book. I was like, a bit more lead, bit less lead, bit higher, bit lower. But I just thought, I'll just chuck some lead up there and see what happens.
Well, I've heard that story before. Like, people say, you have good days, bad days. Some of the best shots, sometimes you hit nothing.
Yeah, shotguns, I need to work at, and it's practice, isn't it? I do more rifle shooting now, and it is hard to be a rifle shooter and a shotgun shooter, because now with a shotgun I aim at stuff.
Right.
And it doesn't work because that pheasant is still moving.
Right.
A deer stops still, you shoot it, a pheasant keeps moving. So it's switching between rifles and shotguns is quite hard.
Have you shot Sika?
Yes, so I went for a Sika stalk God, when was it? A few months back or end of just before Christmas.
Whereabouts?
Down in Dorset.
Right, okay.
A friend of Rich's, my partner. It's the second time I've been there. So the first time I only saw one stag.
Right.
Wasn't really what I was looking for. So he invited me back down again. Went for a really good stalk, amazing. You know, as always, even if I don't shoot anything, I love it. And it was getting to that point, you know, when you start giving up hope, you think that's probably it now.
Yeah.
And this absolutely incredible stag walked out in front of me. I don't think I've told this story.
Go on. Wow, an exclusive. What did you do?
I think it was about 50 yards.
And you missed?
I clean missed it.
Did you really?
So we came around like a corner and I went, there's one there. But it was a hind, and he went, look right. And I was like, is it? And he's like, no, look right. And there was this massive stag. And I was just like, I can't wait to have that on my wall. I was just like, but it's that catch-22 of it was looking me dead in the eyes. I can't move really fast because it's gonna run. If I move too slow, I might miss my opportunity. So it's getting that balance. So I'm trying to get the sticks out, get the gun on the sticks. And I just had buck fever. I was like that.
Really?
And it wasn't until after I clean missed it, and I was like, where the hell did I miss that? And he went, you were shaking. And I was like, was I? And I went to put another bullet in the gun, and I was like, I couldn't physically get the bullet in the gun. I was shaking that much.
So it does happen then?
But I think it's not a good thing that you miss stuff. But I think...
Just a couple of minutes away from the specialities here at the Stalking Show, the name calling competition.
Alex is going to have a go at that. Oh, come here, little dude.
To be donated not only by the Stalking Show, but by
I don't know if you can hear us. So
We'll wait.
fantastic.
You can hear us?
Can you still hear us? Can you?
Activities. We've got binoculars, we've got...
Oh, we'll wait.
Oh, wait. We got all day.
We've got scopes, we've got thermal...
You've got a lot of editing to do.
I haven't.
And we've even got...
Am I doing it for you? You, cop out.
Did you say that?
I always felt sorry for you. I thought poor Alex is going to have weeks.
Do you think this organises itself?
So you're just going to go and put your feet up after this?
No.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'll feed them.
We feed ourselves this week.
Right, should we get back to it?
So yeah, Sika stalking. So clean miss, but I think it's a good thing that I get that excited.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine going out and just going, boom, oh, there's another deer.
Oh yeah.
What life is that? That's not interesting.
I mean, I want it to mean. It doesn't need to mean something, but I want it to. I want to feel.
You want to feel.
I want to feel something.
Yeah, and I still get that after all these years, which I think is amazing. So I missed it. I did shoot a hind.
Right.
He let me shoot a hind before I went on a stag. He was like, just have one, just get your eye in, make sure you're happy. So I took out a hind. That was great. So I've shot a Sika, just not had my stag yet.
The reason I asked was because Norman this morning said that with Sika you've got like 4 seconds.
Sneaky Sika.
Yeah, to get up on it.
It is eye-opening. I mean, you saw how close we got to the roebucks.
Yes.
We weren't particularly quiet.
No, you were gassing the whole time.
Didn't you? I was sat in a high seat with a Sika, and I had my gun rested like that, and I literally moved it slightly, and the moderator moved, and there was a Sika sort of 60 yards away, low down, went, what was that?
Boom.
And I was
Banter.
like, how did it see us? They are, I think you need to do Sika stalking to become a good stalker.
Right.
I've been spoiled with road stalking, where if the wind's in the right direction, you can just walk along and talk as as normal. But Sika stalking is a whole different ballgame.
Well, we went to Dorset. I said this on another video. Like we had to go 3 times to actually get one.
Yeah.
And one of the times there were 17 of them,
Wow.
and they were just on the wrong side of the wall.
Yeah.
But they knew we were there, and they were just watching. But it's almost like they knew that we couldn't do anything.
Yeah, deer are clever.
Yeah.
They are clever. But yeah, Sika, hats off to anyone that have shoot some regularly because it's bloody hard work.
Have you got the 6 or not?
No, so I've got red and fallow left to get.
Yeah.
2 more. I'm going away this year, end of this year, to do some red deer stalking.
Nice. Where?
Up in Scotland.
Nice.
Fingers crossed the buck fever doesn't take over.
So, I mean, have you been in Scotland before?
Yeah, so many years ago I went to Isla. It's like a separate little island.
Yeah.
And I did pheasant and geese shooting and a bit of wildfowling and things. And I used to go when I was a child, actually, for like family holidays. But yeah, shooting deer.
It's a different world.
It's quite hard going as well,
Like,
isn't it?
so hard going.
I mean, our shooting, it was quite easy, wasn't it?
Well, it was literally a walk in almost a park.
We got out of the vehicle, we walked to flat field and...
Yeah, you were like, there's 3 down there, there's 2 over there, there's 4 over there.
It spoils you a little bit. I'm thinking, oh my God, Scotland, I think I'm going to be in for a bit of a shock.
I do look at certain videos now, and I just think, like, that's so... I'm not saying it's easy, but it's just like, physically, it's so much easier.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
so yeah, hopefully I'll get my red at the end of this year. I am booked back in for a Sika stalk end of the year as well, to try and get my stag. And then I just need to sort of fallow. And then we've done the 6.
That'd be cool.
Running out of room at home on the walls for taxidermy.
I know. It's getting full up there, isn't it?
It is. We're going to have to like extend the house and have like a taxidermy room, I think.
Have you got any major kit changes or anything? Anything other than like the cam?
Not at the minute, no. So I'm still using 6.5 Christensen arms, 223 Hauer. I've got the infrared thermal on the 223.
Right.
Maven scope on the Christensen arms. No, still using the same kit, but I love it. I'm not having any problems with it. It works, yeah. I don't really like changing stuff too regularly, because you sort of get used to it, don't you? And if it works, why change it?
Well, that was, again, I've said this in another video, that was part of, in my interview, that's what I said I wanted, a bit of continuity.
Yeah.
To stop changing kit all the time.
Yeah, just find something that works for you.
Yeah.
And that could be the cheapest rifle. It could be a bit more expensive.
Yeah.
Same with shotguns. I've always said to people, they say, oh, what's the best one? Best shotgun? And I say, it could be a second-hand £100 one. It could be a £1,000 one.
Yeah.
It doesn't, price, in my opinion, doesn't matter. It's what fits you and what suits you.
And I found, like, when Lee and TJ were on earlier, you can have the same bit of kit and you can use it in different ways.
Yeah.
And it's literally just preference. So
yeah. I quite like Bretters. Personally, I can't shoot one. I don't know why.
Oh, right.
I cannot hit a barn door with Bretta. I've got nothing against them. I think they look great. They feel great.
But
I can't shoot one. So I've got a Browning and I get on with it. It's just, you've got to find what works for you.
Definitely.
And don't listen to everybody else saying you've got to buy the most expensive kit in the world. You know, back in the day when you just had your rifle and your cheap scope and your big lamp, now everyone's going really technical.
I mean, the tech is unreal. Looking at like the Pulsar stuff that was on earlier, like just absolutely unreal.
Insane.
What can be done.
It's crazy. Like, where are we going to be in the next 5 years?
Yeah. What I really want, I really want a thermal drone.
They are about.
I know they're about, but they're like seriously spanning.
It's incredible though. I've watched some YouTube videos of them doing like the deer management, like finding what deer are on the ground, and it's insane.
Well, you get the shots of the deer, you get shots of other wildlife, you get like us walking and things like that, and just look, so good.
Do you think you could fly a drone?
Yeah, I've got one.
You've got one? You haven't crashed it yet?
Oh no, I've crashed it many times.
I couldn't be trusted.
I found multiple trees, phone pylons, like you name it, I found it, and it still keeps going.
I did some filming with Ben from Highland Outdoors, and he bought a drone out. He's like, "Do you want to go?" I was like, "No."
Most of them they virtually fly themselves, and they've got sensors and stuff. But
I was like, "That looks really expensive. I don't think we really want Sarah to be playing with that."
Yeah, fair enough. So we're going to do some stuff. We need to get a date in the diary.
Yes.
Then I'll drive down. We'll get on the range. We'll chat absolute waffle.
I'm going to whip you.
We'll have a competition and you will whip me.
The targets are really cool. So we've got like an electronic target system, and you can set them up so they go out and they only turn for so many seconds. So you've got like 10 seconds to do 10 shots, and then it will turn and go out to another distance and turn again.
Right.
So you're like time limited, which is quite fun.
Okay, that'll be new.
Yeah, so we can just try.
See, all of this is new. So I've done the cinema shooting with Blaser over in Germany. And other than that, I've just been on braces, like, you know, open range, like a field, isn't it, basically?
Yeah, so this is like an underground 100-meter indoor range.
Oh, cool.
State-of-the-art electronic system from America.
Oh, wow.
No one else in this country's got it.
I want a date by the end of the day. Let's get that in.
Bring food. We'll need snacks.
Yeah. Yeah, well, so a few people were like, oh, you should have cooked venison or something, which I suppose...
Everyone said that to me.
It's in keeping, but...
But you do want to put it in the chiller and hang it for a little bit.
Well, so that particular week, I think I'd had venison about 3 times. And like,
something different.
I just wanted steak and eggs.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And it was easy, and I didn't know what we were doing.
You could shoot a deer and want to go home and have beans on toast.
And the weather looked horrific, so like we nearly aborted God knows how many times.
We didn't. You sat there and went, shall we abort mission?
Yeah, should we go home? We haven't left yet.
You said it's raining. Should we
it was raining when I rocked up.
I stuck it out. It was good though.
It was brilliant.
You were absolutely like in a mud bog.
Oh, it was terrible.
By the end of it.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So Rich keeps cooking steaks now.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm getting better.
Good.
It's not quite as good as that.
It's just practice. It's just practice. Keep turning them. Keep prodding them.
Don't burn your eggs.
Don't burn your eggs.
You did really well.
Yeah.
I think it was flawless.
Good. If you've got any questions for Sarah or myself, then drop them in the comments below. Make sure you give Sarah a follow if you're not already. Everything will be in the description, but I've thoroughly enjoyed this again. And look out for the next video with Sarah when I go down, and we'll definitely get some dates sorted very, very soon. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon for the next video.